the thing I want to get into first, and it's not even going to be a whole lot about this situation, but shout out to Scotty by Nature, giving you the real tea, and Josiah's World TV, okay? Because those guys did an interview with Latrice of Belle Collective. And honestly, y'all, I don't even have a whole lot that I want to say about the situation. I know people were like, oh, Jamie, I can't wait to hear your thoughts. I can't wait to hear your review on this. And it's not much of a review. It's much of disappointment, I will say. It was a lack of accountability that could have been taken, but as far as accusing that lady of something, because obviously it's like, how can you really take accountability for anything? Well, first of all, you really, she could have said something about that text message. All she said was that she was emotional, and it don't seem like she takes back anything that she said in that text message. How she felt is how she felt, and what she said is what she said. So we could have started there, but she wasn't going to give that. Okay. Much like her husband, who didn't take any accountability either. All right. But for his actions. But Miss Latrice, it just was like I said, it was disappointing to see. Latrice is stuck in her head and in her way of seeing things and how she feels about it. And to her, she believes Aikisha has the phone or had the phone, and it's nothing that anybody else can tell her differently about that. She's still stuck on that, in a sense. Okay. A lot of people I've seen in the comments saying, uh, well, why throw the phone away? If it belonged to her nephew and you knew he died, or whatever the situation was. People are saying a lot of it is after the fact. It's like, y'all, the phone was thrown out the night that they got it. That's what y'all need to know. The night that they received that phone and got to their house, okay, the phone was gone. I don't know why people are like, she should have never took the phone. Listen, when there is a lot of chaos that's happening and the producers are trying to get people away from the scene, then they're just going to here, take that, get this, go in your car, get in your car. This show us, here you go, get in the car. Right? People ain't thinking, they just grabbing, getting shoved in a car, and they're leaving. That's just what that is. All right. Of course, you in the car, probably still going off about the situation that just happened. And then after going off and y'all get to the house or whatever the case is, you looking like, who phone is this? Like, this ain't my phone. Hey, you got your phone? Yeah, I got my phone. Willie got his phone? Yeah, Willie got his phone. Oh, okay. Well, let me toss this SHI. This ain't mine. Now let Latrice tell it, child. Her nephew's picture was on the phone. Okay, that's what she said. I don't know if it was on the phone or not. Okay, at the end of the day, I don't think that person knew that it was her nephew, and whatever the fuck it was. Okay, whatever. Even if she did, whatever it was, girl. At the end of the day, the niece threw out the phone. Okay, girl. What I'm thinking in my head is Jocelyn Hernandez when she says the grandmama's the baby. Okay, the niece threw out the phone. The phone is gone. All right. So sorry. So sorry. And then Latrice came back saying that her nephew went to looking for the phone and this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, Latrice, girl, go away from us. Why you ain't mention none of this in the beginning? Some of the stuff that she mentioned, she didn't mention none of it in the beginning. And now she want to try to come back and say, well, we did search for the phone and we did file a police report. We did do that. And we da. Why you didn't give all of those details in the beginning? When people started to question things, then now you want to try and fill in the blanks later. And it makes it a little harder for people to even believe you when you just try to play that lady out and, throw even more salt on her name, calling her a thief and all of this other stuff when she wasn't even the one that took the phone. So that was, child, that was interesting. So that's what Latrice said. What else did that girl say? I'm trying to recall. Because I don't even remember a lot. One, she said something about her husband didn't start anything. Just because he stood up doesn't mean that he started it. She's refusing to say that he started anything, but then also turned around and said that all three of them had something to do with what went down. Okay. Her husband didn't start it, but he was a part of it. He had something to do with it, right? But Willie was the only one that took accountability. What else is going on, ma'am? Okay. I think Scotty and them asked her something about Leticia and them. And it was at a point where she could have said some stuff and she was holding back. And I'm just like, I don't know if she's not trying to ruin any relationships with the ladies. I don't know. It was just awkward. It was weird. The phone just kept damn going off. I think she used that phone as a way to distract, okay, and deflect. All right. Um yeah, like I just try. I can't. Girl, shout out to them because I do feel like they did the best that they could. I think all three of them, in all honesty, was really over it. I think they were over the interview, in all honesty, because they realized they weren't getting anywhere. I think they asked good questions of her. It's not on them as to how them girl how that woman decided to answer the damn questions. So much so that either they asked the question twice, or either Josiah had to come in and rephrase the question and ask it again, because it's like, maybe you didn't hear us, girl. I can't. Um, it was just it was just a bit yeah. Yeah, she played the intro or whatever, trying to say that her event was not open to the public. She gave Scotty a promo ad from Tambra, and it was giving promo during the interview because it really didn't clear up anything. Even Scotty was confused. Scotty was like, I mean, this sounded like it was open. And she said, no, Taste wasn't open. Goddess Links was up. Whatever it was, it did not make sense. And it was what it was. And I also feel like before everything went down, if it wasn't an open event, in my opinion, y'all could have shut those people down from coming into the facility to begin with. Because Aikisha said her older cousin and I think older sister came in and they left. So my thing was, if it wasn't an open event and it was very much so private or whatever it was supposed to be, invite only, y'all could have simply just told those people that. Okay, we saw y'all take the very people from from Goddess Links, and walk those people down that alleyway, okay, in their good shoes and penny loafers over to damn Taste, girl. We literally saw that. So if they weren't invited before, they damn show ended up being invited after the fact, because y'all walked them over to Taste. So it's not a whole lot that she said in the interview that made sense. People are still asking her to make sense. I don't feel like she's lost a ton of, well, I'm gonna say this, a few, she lost a ton of fans, let me say that, but you still have a few scragglers that's hanging on, and I'm not saying that they should not hang on, because I don't dislike Latrice. I just am disappointed in Latrice. Okay. Who I am not a fan of is gonna be that Leticia. Okay, Miss WBW. That is who I'm not a fan of. That right there is a liar if I've ever seen one before. Now, Latrice, girl, you is a piece of a liar. Don't get it twisted now. And a lot of time, and I think you have anxiety. I think you have issues articulating how you feel and what you need to say, which therefore makes people question your stories at time and whether you're being truthful or not. And sometimes I feel like you do just lie, period. That's just what it is. But girl, you ain't got nothing on that Miss Leticia. Okay, Miss Pearson and Pearson Enterprise. You ain't got nothing on that woman right there. Okay, who will come up with a story at the drop of a dime and be upset and dare you to call her out or clock her tea. Okay, just a liar in my personal. She was supposed to do an interview with the OLFP and didn't even show up, sitting up there. First of all, taking forever to respond to the message. Then when she responded to the message, I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, this is her assistant. She's still filming. Whatever it was giving scam for me. Okay. And it was me and her in the DMs. Okay. And this was like what, last year or whenever it was, girl. It was giving scam, just a little piece for me. Talk about assistant. I'm like, girl, you ain't got no assistant. Stop playing. Girl, this is you. We talking to you. Just say you scared to do the damn interview, girl. Just say that. Just say you terrified, like Enterprise, terrified. Just say that. It's okay. I'd rather you just, girl, that probably was the best thing for you to do, was to play us the hell out just a little piece in comparison to what Miss Latrice did. Okay, because she didn't do herself any favors coming down. All right, coming down to the front. But it was what it was, y'all. Not a whole lot that I want to give to that, because it wasn't even worth it. But I do think the guys did a good job, and I think they did the best they could, and I think they asked some good questions in my personal. All right. But y'all can leave y'all thoughts down below about it, how y'all felt about it. Okay, do you feel like it was necessary? Do you feel like it did her any justice? Like, girl, what you think? What y'all think about it for a little bit? Okay.